my setup here correct here. I'm not liking this lighting on this one device. I don't know why I even used it. I'll just never learn. All right. Let me see if this is my lighting in the kitchen. See if that's going to work. Not really. I think it's my device, really. Again, I'm coming on 2 different platforms. So let me see if any of this is going to do the job. I really think in the one device is me. It's the device. All right. Now my phone, which is I'm coming here on the phone on my let me cut my TV down. Hold on. Hold that thought. All right. Give me a hot second. I thought I was going to be using my microphone, wireless microphone, but it is not. Not working or not. I don't know what's going on. All right, sorry about that. I'm still playing with my one lighting on my one device, so hold up. Okay. It's going to be is what it is. I believe it is my device. That's not my second device over here. Over here is perfect. Over here is like, okay, I shouldn't have used this device. But it's here nor there. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. As I said, I'm coming on 2 devices. All right, so I'm rocking the necklace and the earring. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Leola Epps. I am the owner and founder of Unique Jews. I am coming live in 2 platforms, one on my personal channel on YouTube at Leola Epps 934, and on my Unique Jews Instagram channel on Instagram. So Unique Jews is my business name for me. I am an independent jewelry consultant, and I have other business entity, but for Unique Jews, I am an independent jewelry consultant. I sell paparazzi accessories. Our accessories is lead and nickel compliant. All our jewelry is $5 unless otherwise stated. When I sell the jewelry, it's $5 plus tax. Again, our jewelry is lead and nickel compliant. I am not selling jewelry, but if you like what I'm rocking, you can always shop with, you can always claim these. You can either shop on my website, uniquejewsstore.com, and these are going to be under, well, this is not even available. So if you want these, you need to reach out to me via my Facebook page or message me in my IG account. These is going to be under 123. This is available on the website under number 28. So if you like the earring and necklace, these are available. $5. Yipper, $5 plus tax. This is a $10 set. The necklace actually comes with a complimentary pair of earrings, which looks like these. The earrings look like these. It's on a fish hook back. This is a post back earring. I did showcase this before. So that is the earring that I am rocking, post back. So if you like that, you can shop on my uniquejewsstore.com, and you can purchase this 123. It's going to be currently it's not loaded in my website as of yet. It will be later on today. But if you want these, you can always message me and say that you want these. You can set up an account utilizing my automated billing system. I don't know why this thing is so dark. Oh my God. This is not the device that I'm using for the Instagram account. I'm not liking it, but okay. Anyway, I digress. All right, so I am an independent jewelry consultant. I do sell paparazzi accessories. I've been selling these paparazzi accessories for 2 years. I do have other business entities. I am coming live on my Leola Epps personal YouTube channel. I have a couple of them. So I have a couple of YouTube channels. And the YouTube channel is the one I'm talking to right here. And then I'm talking to you on IG on this device here. So I apologize if the lighting sucks on the IG side of the house. I'm coming to you live this morning because I found a recipe. I just want to kind of implement, like, bring in my personal, because other than me selling jewelry, I am a housewife. I am a wife. I work. I have a full-time job. I work for the government. I have a sister. I'm a caregiver. My sister has congestional heart failure, so she stays with me. She's mentally challenged as well. So not only with the health issue, she is mentally challenged. With her having the health issues that she has congestional heart failure. She has stage 3 kidney disease. We're trying to keep that at a minimum. That stage 3 kidney disease resulted in her being on high blood pressure medicine for years and taking the water pill during that time. We took her off a bunch of high blood pressure pill, which required her to take the water pill. So the once we took her off that, she seemed to be maintaining. She had a little. She was going back and forth to the hospital last year, all throughout last year, because technically speaking, she wasn't doing what she's supposed to have done. And also, add to it, we don't think they gave the medicine she was taking for her heart. They had not gave her the right dosage that they needed, because she had problems with elevated heart rate. Her rate would be beating 150 miles every 140 or 150 beats per minute, which was way up there, sometimes 170. So that was dangerous. So with her having a congestional heart failure and suffering with high blood pressure will go hand in hand. We have to make sure that she doesn't consume a lot of sodium. So we have to use Mrs. Dash, anything with low sodium, anything under 100 milligrams she can use, but we still kind of lightweight. Try not to give her too much sodium. It don't take long for her to, it doesn't take her long to have an overdose of the sodium. So intake of sodium. So we do our best to mitigate giving her so much salt. So we pretty much separate how we cook her food. So if we have ribs, we season it however we season it, but for her, we limit the seasoning to no salt to low salt seasoning. So we try to find seasoning that's gonna taste good. So some of the low salt seasoning or no salt seasoning, which we use Mrs. Dash, helps, and actually has good flavor. It just doesn't have the salt. So on our side, I still use those seasoning on our side for those of us who can have salt. And her minimum salt level, medium intake of salt per daily is 2,000. My niece dropped it down to 1,000. Like, she can't have no more over 1,000, because even with 2,000, it kind of it's not the right gauge for her to be even using. Even with the water intake, the minimum she can drink is 32. The doctor did say the minimum is 32 ounces. If she drink her 64 fluid ounces, as everybody's supposed to be doing, she's fluid overload, and her face is swollen. She retains fluid. So in my process, in my personal life, okay, I'm still alive. Okay, all right. So, with that said, sometimes when I'm cooking, I try to limit the salt intake. I use no salt, sodium, bunion powder. I use no salt, chicken broth or meat to reduce sodium. Even with the reduced sodium, heck, that's high too. I like Rachel Ray, and I haven't been able to find Rachel Ray. Certain areas sell Rachel Ray broth. Her broth is excellent. She does have no salt and low salt, no salt and regular broth. Her stuff is good, but I'm not broadcasting or advocating for any chicken broth. I'm not advocating for any seasoning. I'm just telling you, in my personal life, other than being a business owner, an entrepreneur. Give me a minute. Let me give me some water. Hold on. Let me get me some water. Ooh, down. Get some ice. Fill that up. So in my personal life, I don't eat all that good myself. I seem to be winded, which I don't like. I think I'm talking too fast, so I'm going to slow it down. So when I see recipes, that says no salt recipes, I just been trying recipes here and there that everybody like. Who wants no seasoned food? So you still got to flavor it up, no matter if you can't have salt or not. So I got to find other ingredients or seasonings or spices that has a little flavor that can spice stuff up to not include salt or low salt. So I found this recipe. So I came on, found this recipe today. Oh my goodness. I hit the wrong thing. Found this recipe. It's salt-free fry seasoning. My sister loves French fries. And when we cook our fries, I do use onion powder and garlic powder, and then I use her Mrs. Dash no salt seasoning. I use chicken seasoning, and I blend it with some onion and herbs, garlic and herb. So I use all those seasonings, and it does her fries be flavored. It just doesn't have the salt. I do use Danny O. Again, I'm not promoting these at all. I'm just telling you in the life on my personal, I have a life outside of selling jewelry, outside of doing my other businesses. So these are this is low sodium. This only has 50 milligrams of salt, and I only use 1/4 in any of her seasoning. Mrs. Dash chicken no salt seasoning. So again, we all have I ain't gonna say we all have health issues. We may have health issues, and these are things that I'm doing for my sister, for our household. Again, my sister has to watch her salt intake because with her congestional heart failure, her fluid intake gets like instant, and we have to be careful because it can go build up fluid around her heart, and not a good thing. So in our household, I try to eat as healthy as I can. What's the other thing that I use? So in this I ain't gonna say it's a new health issue, but her last health scare was scared. She was in cardiac or ICU because she had fluid overload. So she was in ICU, cardiac ICU. So that was a scary thing. So I do try now to eat and cook healthy. She also needs to include exercise. I'm showing you all the seasonings that I use for her. So anybody that's having issues with sodium, have to watch their sodium intake. These are the things that I use, even though I don't have. Thank you, Jesus. Let me knock on some wood. Where's some wood? Knock on some wood. I am not on medication. I'm doing my best to not be on it. But as we're dealing with somebody in the house that has health issues, some chronic health issue. We have to, accommodate, make sure that we're implementing things that we need to implement to make sure that she stays healthy. Because even though she has congestional heart failure, she can still live for a long time. So we're trying to keep that. So again, these are the seasonings that we buy. Now, with that said, again, today I'm not selling jewelry. I'm just coming to you to discuss health things, salt intake, seasonings, and stuff, and things that you can do for your household, or including your household or your regimen when you're cooking, and how to stay somewhat healthy. This is also this is kind of new. The Danos. This got some seasoning. This is 50 milligrams of salt. So this has some salt in it. Now when we take my sister to chronic care, which is, and I recommend anyone that has severe health issues, if it's not recommended, that you stay in connection or stay on top of health issues, especially when you have chronic health concerns. I'll say stay, which we started implementing that soon as she started, when she's been in the hospital multiple times. Last year's been the most, because she has been one of the most difficult patients. She don't want to do what she's supposed to do. And then when she don't, we wind up in the hospital or the emergency room. Then that's when they tell her everything that we saying you need to do this, you need to do that. They telling her, then she's looking like, now she wants to do it. Sometimes that can be difficult too. So, I ain't gonna say I want to be transparent. I ain't gonna say transparent, but you got to implement things that work or helps all of us in the household that can have a balanced medium as far as what not. I don't want to not put salt in our food. So I use this, sprinkle 24 herbs and spices. This is very, very good. Very, very flavorful. It does flavor a lot of stuff. We have Trader Joe's. I don't know if Trader Joe's is anywhere in your city or state, but Green Goodness Season Blend. This is a very good seasoning that helps flavor. It helps you flavor your food, especially if you cannot have salt, or you suffer with high blood pressure, or you have congestional heart failure like my sister. Kingsford sells seasoning. So we use for the people that doesn't have to, the people that, I ain't gonna say healthy people, I'll say the people in our household who don't have severe chronic health issue. Now we use the all-purpose seasoning from Kingsford, and the wood salt, it has a lot of sodium in it. But then I found this, they sell at our store, no salt. So I think I didn't grab this. It says no salt, it says 0 sodium. So again, all of these things is flavorful. You just have to know how to blend your seasoning. Slap your mama, Cajun seasoning, low sodium. So one of the things they was really on us about at chronic care. So again, as I was saying, one of the things that you may want to do, not just every once in a while, every blue moon, or whatever. I'm sorry, I'm trying to put my stuff back how I had it in here. I don't want no issues here. There we go. All right. everybody should go to the doctor, do your regular checkups. Me, I don't do that. I will start doing that in this year. Sign up, set an appointment for my doctor so I can get my blood work to check everything, make sure everything's good. But when you have chronic health issue, I do recommend that you stay in contact. See if your hospital have a chronic care center. They are very, very helpful, very supportive. So I do recommend that if you suffer with chronic health issues, to stay and sign up for a chronic care facility. They're there all the time. They give you pointers. They give you helpful booklets. We went to I think it was a 4-week program where for congestive heart failure. So depending on your chronic issue, your chronic health problem. In her case, it's the health. She has heart issues. So they have a cardiac chronic care center. So they have the hospital that we go to have a chronic care facility or center that we have. The patient can come to every month. If there's any issue, we can call them up. Hey, we experiencing this. They'll bring us in, or tell us to come in, and they'll do without us going to urgent care, without us going to ER. We go there. They do her blood work. Does everything just to keep her monitored. Just make sure that her blood level, her vitals are good. Blood pressure, making sure that her kidneys are functioning like they're supposed to. And if there's a change in little things, they add different medications. We're doing our best to keep her off more medication. This last stint in the hospital put her back. She was down to 2 medicines, y'all. We have dropped it down to 2 medicines now. Some of it was her own doing, not doing what she's supposed to do. Exercise to keep that heart rate. So even when you retire, even us healthy people, we got to stay healthy. We have to stay active. Don't sit your butt down and sit and watch TV for 8 hours, 9, 10, 12, 14 hours and not do anything. Get up and do something. So my husband has a treadmill, so I am, when I'm not working, going into work, because normally I walk, park where I can walk back and forth. I go in 3 days, so that's my walking. I used to park 4 blocks away. Now, when my vehicle got vandalized, I no longer trust being in that. Trust being confident in being in the parking lot that I have my vehicle parked in. So I'm going to a much more expensive parking lot, but it has an attendant, and it's the city of Cleveland because I work downtown at the federal building. So it's still a walk, but it's not as far. So I think what I'm going to do is park, which is what I've been doing, able to catch that the parking lot at the top, because there's an underground parking, which I don't like. I'm scared of underground parking garages. I do not like it because folks can still hide in there. The parking garage can fall down, collapse. You don't know if they're maintaining the stuff. So that's the scary part. That's the reason why I don't like parking garages. But if I need to go to a parking garage, I guess I could, but I really don't want to. So I still prefer being outside. But with this incident, with me having my vehicle busted and my window busted out. And again, I've been parking in that parking lot for some years. So to have that event happen, so now I'm not confident about that parking lot. So I'm not confident about any parking lot for that matter. But this one has an attendant. It is owned by the city. And it's right outside there on City Hall. So, hey, what's $12 a day when I was paying $6? So it's double. So I am going to be looking for other parking spaces for the moment. This is what I had since returning back to work in 2025. But I try to get to walk in. As long as I park somewhere and I'm doing something, I'm walking. But the problem I am noticing that my work, I do a lot of research. So most time I'm sitting. Not most time, I'm sitting all the time. So I sit for a long period of time. And one of the things that my chronic care people had, not chronic care, our chiropractor, when I used to go to a chiropractor, because he said my hip was because it's my right hip, and he said it was not aligned. So he always did some kind of movement. You can hear the bone snap back in place. It's not aligned. So he told me the stuff I need to do, do my stretches and other stuff. Do I do it? No. Do I pay for it for not doing it? Yes. So I got to do better at that because I don't like being in pain. But what I do notice that when I sit for hours, nonstop, I can barely, I mean, it's stiff. I'm like, and I can feel it now. So when I go up and down the steps, that's in the house, I'm good, but I have to do a little bit more mobility. So I know my chiropractor said I need to walk more. I need to get up every hour on the hour and walk. If it's nothing but walking around at my job, I can walk around in the hallway. As long as I'm walking, and that's what I haven't done. And so I got to make sure that I'm implementing that, trying to stay a little healthier with that. But at the same time, also watch what I'm eating. I'm thin, I'm skinny, but I done picked up some weight. So when I can't wear my clothes and I got to buy more clothes, oh yes, I'm going to have to easy on back. I know the last time I had my physical, I was healthy. They was concerned about my bad cholesterol. My good cholesterol was good. One of the things that I do implement for health-wise, well, for me, about to show you what all the stuff all my vitamin supplements that I take over the counter. I noticed they got some black vitamins for black people, so I'm going to start looking into that. Now, for me, that they was all impressed when they, told me, oh my God, like you got your good cholesterol is on a good level. Everything was good. And they said, what are you doing to maintain? I said, not much, really. But I do make sure that I have my multivitamins for women. I use one a day. And let me do my little, I haven't did this today. But I'm noticing that I'm winded, so I know I need to probably go get that checked out. But I know I'm not eating right either. I eat a lot of French fries. Loaded fries is my most favorite thing. I love my loaded fries. And that's 3 days. I go in the office 3 days. So sometimes I have 3 days of nothing but loaded fries. Mm-hmm. And I know that's starch. I'm sorry, I forgot to show you what that was. I use it. But I do try to make sure I do my vitamins, my multivitamin. Now, when COVID was around, the thing that said that we need to make sure we take was zinc, vitamin C, vitamin D3. So I have always implemented that. So I make sure that I take that. So these are my zinc. I love my gummy bear, my gummies. So I do my zinc. Whatever they tell you to take, I take that. The key thing is making sure you drink water. Water is your friend. I take some of my vitamin D. So I make sure I take the vitamin D3, the zinc, and my vitamin C. Now that was what I was taking during COVID. Still do. Still take my COVID. I still take my my D3, my vitamin C, and my zinc. Now, garlic is good. It's a good heart medicine. So when I found out they had garlic extract and garlic pills, I think I did not start buying those. And it says take, how do they tell you to take this? 1 soft gel 4 times a day. I don't do all that. I only take 1. But if I need to take 4, I start doing that. But I only take 1. That's my garlic extract. This year is about staying healthy. So the other thing that I added, vitamin D3 I done took, my garlic extract. And my husband, he takes his multivitamins and he makes sure that he takes his echinacea. I don't do echinacea. That has not been my friend. But you may want to implement that. That also keeps your body, your immune system healthy. Ashwagandha. Well, my niece, she's into herbs and vitamins and stuff. But she prefer not the medications. So my niece had got my sister, her mom, down to 2 pills. So she was like taking 6 or 7 pills a day. She's back doing that after this last event. So they got her back on 9 pills. So we already asked if they can take her off the blood pressure medicine. But they said if they like the regimen that they have, we think that I think that they can reduce the blood pressure medicine, period. Because she had never had an issue with her blood pressure, even before this stint. And now that we're making sure that she's doing her exercise, I think that's why she was in the hospital in July of last year, and she has not been back. She has not had a, knock on wood, I'm not going to say wood. We've been keeping up with the medications, what they have her on, but then we have her doing extra stuff. Trying to find, like the water pill, if she goes over her weight, 4 pounds over her weight, we don't even wait till she gets to 4 pounds. If we see she's over about 2 pounds, because she has to weigh herself every day. So if she's even 2 or 3 pounds over, we automatically putting her on the water pill. But they prefer her not to be on the water pill. If she can not be on the water pill, that's better for her and it helps her kidneys. And that has been, we doing our best to not. We don't want her in stage 4 where she has to be on dialysis. So that's what we're trying to get in her head. That's not what they want. We don't want that to happen. So, and she can be hard-headed. So she got cussed out just a few days ago. But she didn't want to do what she wanted to do. So, giving me a hard time. Keep saying, we're trying to keep you alive. And you're trying to be hateful. I'm like, please tell the devil to leave you alone. So they don't want to put you back in the hospital, so you need to do what you need to do to keep your blood healthy. So that's my regimen. So the extra stuff that I do, did I put that bottle back up? So the extra thing that I put in is the cod liver oil. During COVID, when we was working from home, and I had some computer issues, I was talking to the technician, the computer technician, and he was saying, yeah, I was telling him I take the vitamin D3, I do my, the zinc, and all the other stuff, what you just saw. And he said, oh yeah, and you may want to, I would say also add, for him, he said he took cod liver oil. And I'm like, oh, for real, cod liver oil? My mom used to give us cod liver oil back in the day. The actual cod liver oil, okay? The actual cod liver oil. She used to keep the cod liver oil. She had this mixture, cod liver oil, the most nastiest stuff. Yeah. Rock candy, honey, whiskey, lemon juice, along with the lemon cut up. And she'd keep that in a bottle. And when we got sick, That was the nastiest stuff ever. But I can tell you we got well quick. But I do remember that cod liver oil. So I'm like, okay. So now I have actually implemented cod liver oil in my regimen. Not every day, but I take it maybe twice, 3 times a week. I don't know. It's omega-3. And I got to look into what the benefits of taking cod liver oil. I think it helps with your hips, your joints, and all that stuff. So I do take that. And I take cranberry juice. Now, back in the day, when I really was not, I drank a lot of pop. Still do. Not because I still drink a lot of pop. I drink 1 mini can of Pepsi when I'm at home, or this is an 8-ounce cup. I think it's 8 or 16. I think this is 8 ounce. Anyway, I drink 1 Pepsi a day, and if I don't have Pepsi, that's it. No pop for me. I don't drink any other pop but Pepsi. Sometimes I do ginger ale, but the ginger ale lately has been tasting like nothing but sugar. I was like, I don't like that. And what else I drink? I don't drink Coca-Cola, so that I don't replace Pepsi with Coca-Cola. Pepsi people do not, at least for me, a true Pepsi addict or true Pepsi drinker, do not substitute Coca-Cola because it's not the same. It is not the same, y'all. So anyway, I do drink my Pepsi. Like I said, I'm going to be honest. I'm not saying I'm a health freak at all. I'm not at all saying that. I eat junk food. I eat my chips. I eat whatever. But when I start noticing changes, like I can't breathe or I'm out of breath, I know that I sit a long time at work, and I'm not active. When I am active is when I'm leaving work, I'm walking to my vehicle to get to my vehicle. So that is my exercise. But for the rest of the week, for the rest of when I'm home, I'm sitting down at my desk because I work from home. 2 days of telework, 3 days of regular work. Okay, my little girl seems to be woke up this morning. Sorry. All right, so that's my routine. I do add my cranberry juice because back in the day I used to have problems with UTIs. And the last time I had a UTI, I'm talking about years. It's been over 20 years maybe, 15, 20 years. Knock on wood. I try to not try to do my best to do what I need to do to not get a UTI. That is, drink plenty of water. Make sure I keep my sugar, take my sugar intake. Like I said, I only drink, my sugar intake is Pepsi. Pretty much, it's very rare that I'm eating candy. When I do eat candy, it's every once in a blue moon, or I have a craving for it. But I usually try to stay away from sweets. Because like I said, the last time I had a UTI, I was drinking one of those 16-ounce things of Pepsi. That was twice a day. Then I would eat my chocolate. I had my chocolate. Sneakers was this was my regimen before I got that one last bad UTI, and I was like, oh no. So it was Pepsi, big tall thing, about 2 of those. I would have Sneakers, and then I ate my Ruffles chips. Those were the 3 things. That was my breakfast every day for many years, because that was my craving. When I last got my UTI, and the antibiotics didn't work after 7 days, and they was like, oh no, we're gonna have to put you on. They had to put me on, and I'm allergic to sulfur. So whatever, I guess it would have worked if I was able to take sulfur, but I'm allergic to sulfur. So the alternative antibiotic that I had to take, I guess, didn't do what it needed to do. So when I went back to the doctor, he was like, I don't understand why that should have worked. So we're going to have to give you a stronger dose of antibiotics. And that antibiotic had mercury in it. And I'm like, mercury? And they said, you're going to have to be on this for a week. And you would not be able to drink any alcohol Mind you, my alcohol, I drink a beer every day. Every day. One beer every day. I don't drink multiple beers. Once in a while I may do 2 beers when I'm out. When we out, me and my husband was on date night, whatever. And I actually done weaned off on that. We don't go out that often, but when we do go out, one drink is enough for me. One beer is enough for me. Or I only drink one beer or one drink. Or combination. Because usually the beer is my chaser. But I drink beer every day. And I said, a beer a day keeps the doctor away. Now, again, I've been doing that for years. Beer, I go to my beer. That's usually my relaxation. And sometimes I can go without beer for a couple of days. I'm not an addict. But I know a beer a day keeps the doctor away. At least that's my theory on it. But I include cranberry pills. My cranberry pill. What did I do with it? Hold on. Did I put it back up? What's it there? So I include cranberry. Do I take this every day? No, I do not. I probably do it maybe once a week, or I start to see a change in my urine. Like when I know I'm drinking too much, anything other than water, like I drink my pop, I drink my beer. If I don't include that water in there and notice a change in my little urine, I'm like, okay, you know what? I need to back off, or I need to drink more water. But what I do make sure I do my cranberry, because I do know that plays a factor in UTIs. So and then I include flaxseed. I just recently started adding that in there. Do I notice a difference or anything? I can't tell you. But it has some benefits for females, so I take it. For breast health, they recommend that for breast health. It's one of those videos I saw. One of some videos that, and then somebody had it on there. Someone I follow takes flaxseed. That's one of the things that keeps it's actually good for female health, and it's actually good for the breast, keeping the breast healthy. We supposed to. But anyway, that's my regimen when I'm trying to stay healthy. So, back to what I was on. All right. So, those are things I do for me. I'm the caregiver, like I said. I am the caregiver for my sister, and then my niece, who's her daughter, helps out too, because they all live in it's me, my husband, my sister, and my niece. So we live in the same household, and we made sure my sister wound up being was living on her own, but she wasn't doing all that great by herself. Because that one time that caused her to move in was a scary moment. Then always called her every day. This time, this was back in 2019, 2018. Couldn't get a hold of her, and normally she calls me to let me know that she's home or she's up, whatever. I hadn't heard from her all day. So I called my neighbor. My neighbor was out of town, and one neighbor who lives right next door to her was out of town. And then the other neighbor, who's my landscape guy, he said, I hadn't seen her. I haven't seen her all day. And it was cold. So I'm like, well, she didn't say that she was going anywhere. So after, I'll say 4 or 5 hours she hadn't called, I'm like, something is wrong. Let's get to this house. Knocked on the door. I was scared that I was going to find something. You know, I was too scared to even enter the house because she has the alarm system, and I never knew what the code, didn't know what the code was. But, you know, when we finally banged on the door, this was 2018, she finally came down the steps. She was all druggy. She was out of it. I mean, seriously out of it. And so we took her to the emergency room. That was 2008. We took her to the emergency room. Her blood pressure was so low. So it was that stent that caused her that was when she was hospitalized. After she got out the hospital, it was recommended that she not stay by herself, that she had to, you know, somebody has to take care of her. So she's been at my house ever since then. So I am the caregiver. So those of us who can relate to me on this, I'm like, I'm being real as a homeowner, as a, business owner. Life is lifing, life is life. You deal with what's handed to you. So my mom have always said, we all stick, both of y'all stick together. Even when she, passed, she's like, y'all make sure y'all stick together. So I've been keeping that promise. So I, moved her in mad, moved her in, and then this is when we get her back on the right track. It was good. COVID, I mean, she was healthy, and then all of a sudden she just stopped doing. I keep saying, don't let the devil win. When the devil gives you something you like, you're gonna keep on doing it. No matter what. And I was like, we need to stop doing this. You need to stop doing that. You need to start doing this. Everything I told her to do, keep active. You got to keep active. She had she was been healthy. They was trying to say it was all of this. I'm like, no, she was healthy. We don't know what could have happened because she wasn't even. She stayed out the hospital for 2 years. I'm like, after moving in with me. I said, I know, I don't know what's going on. And then when COVID hit, we stopped. She used to walk up and walk to get her to the book. So this is why I know that activity matters. That's the reason I'm saying. Activity, walking, doing something is beneficial. But that's when she went down the decline. We stopped. She stopped walking up to the bus stop. She not have a problem with that. When COVID hit, we didn't want her catching the bus. We didn't want her doing this. So we took her back and forth for COVID. How long was COVID? 2 years. It was 2 or 3 years. So that's 2-3 years of non-activity, not doing anything, not walking. So that was a downfall, I do believe. So that's when she started having all these serious health issues, her heart not beating like it's supposed to, and all this stuff. All they want to do is put her on medication. And we like, and she has low tolerance for medication. She can't even take medication. She has to be careful of that shit, or she gets put in the hospital. So with that said, me being the caregiver, me making sure that everybody is happy. As far as when I'm cooking, I want to make sure my food is seasoned, but I don't want to penalize. I ain't going to say penalize, but that's what almost everybody say. Penalize the other household who can eat food with salt, but you kind of want to, hey, you know what? You don't want to get, as an example of what can happen when you don't do what you're supposed to do or eat wrong. My sister is that example. Do you want to get like her, or do you want to stay as healthy as we can? So what I do, we come to a happy medium. We got her seasonings in one cabinet. We have our seasoning in another cabinet. When I'm seasoning the food, I am seasoning her food with only her stuff, and then any ingredients or any spices that we have that has no salt, garlic powder, onion powder, hot pepper. I'm looking at my cabinet now. Anything that does not have salt, we pretty much season it because we do a lot of stuff that don't have salt in it either. Then we have our seasoning salt. We use Slap Your Mama. There's one called Must Be. Soul seasoning we use Kingsford lemon pepper. That Kingsford lemon pepper seasoning. Oh my God, that is the bomb. And they sell the little small ones. These, you can get this at Dollar Tree if you're lucky for $1.25. I used to was able to get the lemon pepper big one at Walmart, but they don't ever stay. That's just empty. But anyway, to keep the happy medium, we try to, keep a balance. I still gonna use her no salt seasoning for some of our stuff. When I do my chicken, air fry my chicken. I do air fryer. We don't hardly fry that much foods these days. When we do fried food, my husband prefer his fish fried in grease versus I think we tried to cook it in the air fryer, and that consistency, that texture, that's consistency of fried fish, just don't work. So dropping it in grease, I believe that is the only time we really use grease, that we frying stuff in grease. But for the most part, we use air fryer. So that's been implemented in our regimen, cooking regimen. So one of the things that I like is, even though my sister can't have salt, we can, the family, the rest of us can, but we still trying to kill ourselves. We still trying to stay healthy as well. My husband has high blood pressure. So, again, he's not supposed to have all that salt either, but he seemed to like pile on salt. But I take medicine for it, I keep it under control. You're absolutely right, but you still need to eat healthy. All right, as we get older, we really do need to really maintain and be healthy as possible. Being active, my husband's active, play golf. At his job that he works, he's a maintenance for a condominium. So he's walking all the time. He's all over the place. Me, however, I do have to implement some exercise in my routine when I am not active. You know, like today I'm off. So right now I'm doing this video, but what I will be doing will be working on my jewelry, which I will be doing in a minute. Again, one of these is loading these into my system, and I may order some more if they still have these available, because these are too sharp. But when I, again, try to do a healthy balance, but those no salt seasoning, people, are very expensive. Those containers, those Mrs. Dash containers, those little small things cost $4. $4 for just that small stuff. And mind you, I'm seasoning her food every day with those seasonings. So if we run out, I can get those inexpensively at Walmart. But me and Walmart had a little falling out with some other, due to their whatever that's going on politically. So I'm trying to make a statement there. So me and them are having a little tiff right now. But those ingredients, those seasonings are not cheap. So to say that, when I'm able to find recipes that I can make my own no salt seasoning, I want to take advantage of it. So I found this salt-free fry seasoning, French fry seasoning. And I do have French fry seasoning, but it has a lot of salt in it. So to find this mixture, it's a blessing. So this says, for this salt-free seasoning, I need a teaspoon of onion powder, teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of dried parsley, and a half a teaspoon of black pepper. So here's my teaspoon. Here's my half a teaspoon. When I run out, this is one of the Mrs. Dash seasoning, I do believe. So I tore off the paper because I do herbs. I grow my own herbs. It's cold. It's too cold. But when it's summertime, I do grow when spring and summer, I do my own herbs. So I save these containers. So I saved this container, this little small container. And I am going to follow this recipe. All right, so it's telling me that I need, so I'm going to mix this, I'm mixing this together. And I don't know if I got any, I thought we had some fries. All right, so I'm going to do the onion powder first. So this is just some cheap onion powder. And I'm going to learn how to make my own onion powder. That's the next thing I'm going to do. Because I have a dehydrator. So I know there's a way to do it. So I'm going to, there's my little teaspoon of onion powder. Oh, I put that, let's see. Onion powder. I'm using granulated garlic. I use this from Save-A-Lot. My own dry oregano. That's my oregano. From my garden. My ground parsley from my garden. This is paprika. And it says ground black pepper. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ingredients. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ingredients. Two of which spices herbs that came out my own garden. So onion powder, a teaspoon of onion powder. Okay. Next it says a teaspoon of garlic powder. And I'm going to start doing more videos. I'm getting back into sewing again, so I'm going to be utilizing my my YouTube channel, Leola Epps, and that's at Leola Epps 934. I have two Leola Epps YouTube channels. I think it's one under one is under Leola L Gooden Epps, because my maiden name used to be Gooden. So it's one under Leola Gooden Epps, keep type in Kiki Twist and I should come up. I used to do his hair tutorial. A teaspoon of garlic powder. All right, teaspoon of garlic powder. Did my onion powder. Next, it says paprika. I need a teaspoon of paprika. I mean, a half a teaspoon. No, it's a 1 teaspoon. Okay, 1 teaspoon of paprika. A half a teaspoon of oregano, because I know that oregano is strong. Again, this came from my garden. I'm just so happy for my own. Bought me a grinder for coffee beans. So that is my half a teaspoon of oregano. Half a teaspoon of oregano. I seasoned this the other day. I think I cooked spaghetti a few weeks ago and I used my own oregano. I thought I was in. Oh, I couldn't tell me that my stuff was. See, it just got a whole different flavor when it is your own grown stuff. Half a teaspoon of dry parsley. This is my first year growing parsley. Last year. I'm trying to cramp. Okay, what's wrong with you? This is come from not having enough potassium. I may have to buy me some potassium. And the other things that I implement for health to keep myself healthy, I do tinctures. My sister-in-law, she makes tinctures. So, even though I took my ashwagandha, did I forget to tell you my ashwagandha? My ashwagandha vitamin is something new that I added to my regimen as well. Ashwagandha keeps your blood pressure down. It actually maintains some stuff for you. I also do peppermint tincture. Tinctures are very easy to make. Do I know how to make them? No, I do not. I mean, I do. I have not made my own. I have not made my own tincture. I made one tincture, and that was lavender. I made lavender tincture, and I only made that by accident. I made that because I thought it's supposed to be telling me how to make essential oils, and the recipe. The instructions said it was for lavender essential oil. I'm like, But then after I got through it, I'm like, this is not no oil. This is far from oil. I'm like, where's the oil coming from? So then I wind up making lavender tincture because I made it with vodka. For essential oils, you can make it with olive oil or grapeseed oil. So I use, my sister-in-law made peppermint tincture. That peppermint tincture is very strong. So tincture is easy to make. You have to look that up on YouTube channel. And you got some books that tells you too. So you actually, it's almost like you're making wine. You get your ingredients, you mix it together, you let it what did they call it? I forgot what the wording they call it. There's a wording. Ferment. Make it ferment for 3 weeks, 21 days. That's pretty much how you do wine. You take the ingredients, you put when I did my lavender, I had to cut my lavender flowers, let them dry, and then I let them soak in. I put like a half a pint of 100% vodka, and then I put the lavender flowers and let it ferment for 7 days, and then I drain that using cheesecloth. Put that mixture back in, let it ferment another 7 days, and then you take the flowers out, and then you let it set another 7 days, 21 days, 3 weeks. and then your tincture is ready. It's almost how you make wine. So wine you're using grapes and sugar and water, pretty much. All that yeast stuff, I don't put yeast. My dad never put yeast in his wine when he used to make wine. Ginseng tincture. And again, I use whatever is that drop that I get. That's what I put in my tincture. That was ginseng. She made red clove tincture. Again, I do all of this. I am 58, 57. I'm 57. So I think I look pretty good for 57. Elderberry tincture. Now I thought I had greater burdock. Now I use all, you can drop this. You don't have to take this direct. Ooh, that is nasty. The ginseng just got a horn. But it's good. I feel real good when I take these tinctures. Now this is my lavender. This is the lavender. My lavender that I put together. This is my lavender tincture. So the stuff that I did for my lavender tincture is what you do for any tinctures that you want to make. Okay, this is my greater burdock. This is also good for heart. It's also good for the heart. So all my medicine I try to do that's good for the heart, good for the body. You can also drop these. You can do drops, drop them in your water. You can mix them in your pop, in anything that you drink. It really does take it to a whole nother level. So like I said, I take all these tinctures and my backup, my vitamins and stuff. So I be feeling good. All right, so the next thing it tells me to do, I need to do a half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper. Okay. Now that peppermint, I can still taste that. The peppermint is strong. Now I bought some peppermint plants last year, and they grew like weeds. And I guess they said it comes back, so we're gonna see. So next year I'm gonna see if I got peppermint plant. All the mints comes back, and it can overgrow. So this is a half a teaspoon of black pepper. All right. Ingredients is put aside. I'm gonna drop my teaspoons in my dishwater. I just give you an idea of the seasonings. So again, that's my seasoning, and it tells me to mix well and store in an airtight jar up to 6 months. And then, if I want to sprinkle, I just sprinkle a teaspoon of this mixture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stir it, shake it around. I probably want to do another mixture just to have a spoon. Get my handy dandy to mix it up. I'm going to be doing more segments as seen on social media. I had one. I had actually started my channel on one of my channels. It's L's Corner. And I actually started a as seen on YouTube. Anything I saw on YouTube, a tutorial that I seen on YouTube, I would see if like, oh, you know what? Let me see if I can do that. And I usually pretty much involve my crafting, really. Like if I saw a sewing tutorial, then I put together that same piece, but I just changed it because I don't like copying 100% of somebody's work. All right, so this actually looks pretty good. All right, so that's what that looks like all mixed together. That's what it looks like all mixed together. All right, so I'm going to taste it, see how it tastes. Oh, that is not bad. Oh my God, that is good. That is very good. Oh my. If you want to add salt to it, I guess you could. But that is very good. That is very good. Oh my. Mm-mm-mm. Now, I think I have a funnel, a smaller funnel, but I have to figure out where I got. I know I got a smaller one than this. But I don't know what happened to it. My husband maybe. I know sometimes he uses something. But that is not bad. That is very good. That is very good. So what I'm doing, I put it in the funnel. And then I'm gonna put me another mixture. I'm gonna put that same mixture in. Look, that's all I got. Just with that mixture. That is good. This tastes good. Oh my. That tastes excellent. Mmm. It kind of gives me a flair. It kind of tastes like it's a rub. Like I didn't have that seasoning before. Like I didn't taste that same seasoning. I mean, maybe that's what now this is the French fry seasoning. Hold on. Where do I have it at? Do I have my French fry? Yes. So this is my French fry. It's not much left. That's shows you how much I use in here. Let me see what the ingredients for French fry seasoning on this one. All right, it says salt, dehydrated vegetables, garlic, onion, and then some kind of mustard, sodium, glucamine, black pepper, paprika, some phosphate to make free flowing. They don't have the onion powder, I don't see. They have the paprika and the black pepper and the garlic, but they don't have the onion powder and oregano. That is the French fry seasoning off the shelf. And this is like $1.79. And that's the cheapest brand. That's Spice Supreme. So that is the cheapest brand. So I'm going to make another mixture. I'm going to make another, let's drying this out. So I'm going to do this again. Using the same ingredients, but just doubling it up. Well, not doubling up. Well, I could double it up, actually. So it says, oh, that's a half a teaspoon. I'm going to take that back. Teaspoon of the garlic. Teaspoon of your onion powder. And while I'm doing it, I'm trying to think where I'm going to taste that. Other than, that tastes good. That rub tastes good. Seriously. That rub tastes very, very good. So what I may be doing, let me put this back. What I may do is paprika. So technically speaking, a half a teaspoon means 1 tablespoon. Half and half, 1, yeah. 1/2, that's 1 tablespoon. So I probably do a few of these mixture. All right, so the next thing I'm putting in here, so these three ingredients, paprika, garlic, and onion, are the 1 teaspoon. And then your half a teaspoon comes into play with your oregano, your parsley, and your black pepper. My black pepper, mine, not to be bragging about my own fresh herbs. Oh, the other thing I'm going to show you guys is how to make your own ground black pepper. Now, we use a lot of black pepper as our seasoning in this house. I pretty much don't use it all that much in my stuff. My husband does in his when he's cooking. And I always buy the large size because we use it. My husband uses it a lot. This is parsley. Half a teaspoon of parsley. And this is my own parsley. I must brag. I got to brag about myself again. My own parsley that I Did it my own, from my own garden. I have lemongrass as well, and a half a teaspoon of black pepper. See, I'm anal. I like to use the measurements. So I could just say, you know, but I'm going to do this a few times. That looks good. So that is mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ingredients. I'm going to go back and do the repeat. So I'm trying to make at least more than this. So I'm going to go back in. And again, I'm using my granulated garlic versus garlic powder. I could do the garlic powder. Again, these next 4 years, they talking about tariffs. Those are going to be more expensive. So these are things that, I didn't do that right. Hold on, let me do that right. I used the wrong spoon. That was a half a teaspoon. So 2 of these make 1 teaspoon. Didn't use the right spoon for that one. So I'm doing like I said, I probably can do this a little bit more simpler, but because I like to do it as it gives me the instruction. That's another teaspoon of the onion powder. I'm going to do another teaspoon of the paprika. I'm going to need more than just, okay, that's the 3 teaspoons. And then we're going to go in with the half a teaspoon. Ingredients that requires a half a teaspoon. That is mine. I tell you, this oregano, I tried to smell, I bought a thing of oregano seasoning. It don't smell nothing like my oregano. Okay. And I made this oregano, this is from 2023. 2024, I let the thing dry on the, I guess I stopped watering it. It grew crazy. Then I just, got lazy or got busy on doing something else. And then I let it dry up. So I don't know how it's going to come out. It doesn't have that fragrance. But I have a whole bag of oregano that I have not put up yet. Grind up yet. And I have a teaspoon of pepper. All right. Let's see how much this mixture is gonna blend up. Again, mixing this all up again. Oh wait, I shook it. Hold on, let me do it like how I did it before. So I just shook it around, spin it around, just to get it mixed in. And then I'm gonna take my spoon and gradually blend it in. I tell you, this got good flavor. And that's how you usually taste your seasonings too, when even if you're buying it from the store. I'm a seasoning hoarder, I guess I can say. With my sister, having a congestional heart failure, when I see ingredients that's low salt and something I never had, or it seems interesting, anything mixed with garlic, oh, I'm buying that. I had bought some kind of seasoning. Oh my God, my husband fell in love with it. Went back to the store, they ain't have it no more. So my husband went online to buy it. It was some kind of honey garlic rub. It was good. And I said, you know what? I probably need to make it figure it out my own doggone stuff. And mix it up. All right. So I am going to, I think for Instagram, you only can be on here for 45 minutes. And then for YouTube, I think I'm from going on my live feed on YouTube, and I'm coming live on Instagram. So I'm going to wind this down. I've probably been on it for more than 45 minutes. All right, so that is your mixture. So I do so this is going to be 3 sets of that. So I'm going to wind this down. This is going to be my last mixture. Then I'm offline. I'm just going to make more. real good. And it's called salt-free French fry seasoning. All right, that is what this is called. Now, I'm probably going to do another video on how to make your own ground black pepper. Oh, that's more. Okay. Okay. All right. That's why my Avon. I just got a package delivered. So, putting that mixture, put this much in there. You know, I was right down here. So, I'm going to do some more just to get it up there. But this is good. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. And again, I'm using it's a glass, airtight. I can't imagine this not being the same. This is used for spices as well. Why wouldn't this be considered a good container? If not, I got my reserve jar that I can, glass jars that I can put that in. But that's what I done put together so far. But this is as seen on social media. Salt-free French fry seasoning. It says Mama's. This is I got this off of Mama Sweet and Spice Facebook page. Am I following her? Yeah, that's Mama Sweet. I don't like to steal anybody's seasoning. And I say it, giving them credit, giving them reference. Mama Sweet, MAMA Sweet and Spice Facebook page, and that is how I got this ingredient here. So as seen on social media or as seen on Facebook, I got this recipe from Mama Sweet and Spice Facebook page. She may be a group, I don't know, but this is where I'm getting her from. Mama Sweet and Spice Facebook page. So if you want to follow them, you can. You can follow me, Leola Epps, or Unique Jews. Leola Epps is my personal IG account. Leola Epps is my personal YouTube account. My YouTube channel is under at Leola, LEOLAEPPS 934. That is my YouTube channel. And then for my IG Instagram account, I'm under Leola Epps. Now I'm under L Gepps, so it's LGEPPS at LGEPS at L Gepps, so it's at LGEPPS. That is my personal page on IG, my personal IG account. If you're interested in purchasing any jewelry that you see I'm wearing, you can follow me on Instagram under Unique Jews. If you follow me on Facebook, it's Unique Jews. Same spelling, UNEEKJUWULZ. That is my business name for the jewelry. So if you like the jewelry that I'm selling, Unique Jews, that's under my business page, Unique Jews. Follow me on IG. Also follow me under on IG and on Facebook as Unique Jews Facebook page. I have a VIP group as well. Sometimes I do these videos. Sometimes when I remember to do it on my VIP group, which is Unique Jews group, Unique Jews VIP group. So that's on Facebook. So 2 things on Facebook. Follow me on Facebook, Leola Epps, if you want to follow me personally on my Facebook page. For my Instagram account is L Gepps. That's my personal page, LGEPPS. Also follow me under my business name, Unique Jews, UNEEKJUWULZ. That is my business page for Instagram. That is also my business page name on Facebook. So I do have a lot of entities. Not gonna say a lot. I have a few YouTube channels. So if you put Leola Epps in there, you'll find another Leola Epps. That is me. I also have Unique Jews. I have a Unique Jews Facebook page. So you can follow, not Facebook, a Unique Jews YouTube account. YouTube channel, so I do have that. I have another YouTube channel under Leo L Gooden Epps. That is my personal. That is also another personal page for Leola Epps. And I have three YouTube channels for Leola Epps. Leo L Gooden Epps, Leola Epps, and another Leola Epps. Again, all of those are me. Okay. I think when I set my page up, I set it up under two different two different Google accounts, based off of my email. So yeah, that's the reason why I have multiple channels. Sorry. I was hoping that I'm able to combine them, but I haven't seen anything that says anything about that. What else? For the one channel that's under L Good and Apps, I have other accounts under that specific account. I have L's Corner, Unique Jews falls up under that. What's the other one? Oh my god! I have another channel. It's L's Corner, Unique Jews, my personal account, and then there's another one, but I don't know what that is. But if you like what I'm rocking, the jewelry that I'm rocking, I sell these under my business name, Unique Jews, and again, you can do that. You can buy jewelry on my online store, Unique Jews store.com. These earrings are not there yet. They will be. But if you want to message me, you can. Let me know if you want these earrings, if you want to purchase these earrings. This is available. This is a golden spell. This is a blockbuster necklace that's sold on Paparazzi Accessories. I am a Paparazzi Accessories. I'm an independent jewelry consultant, and I sell Paparazzi Accessories. So that is why it is under Unique Jews. Now, I do have another business page for something else. Again, I'm in 2025. I'm trying to bring back my crafting part of the business that I have, and I make things. So, and I'm not supposed to be able to promote anything other than jewelry when I'm dealing with paparazzi. So that's the reason why. Now, for my personal life, I think I can be on any channels. I'm not selling anything other than telling you my regimen that keeps me alive and healthy, at least as far as I know. All right. But anyway, be blessed, be safe, and always rock your unique. I'm going to try to do more videos. The one thing I'm going to be doing as far as spices wise, I have another tutorial pending that's coming. They're going to tell you how to make your own ground black pepper. This thing, how much did I pay for my black pepper? Even for the cheapest brand, this is like $4, $4 or $5. Can you believe it? Pepper? And all you need is your whole black pepper. Now, once I learn how to get the black pepper, I'm going to try to make that part of my regimen as my herbs. I'm going to see if I can find a plant to try to grow my own black peppercorn. Because best believe I am going to make my own. So what I'm going to tell you is that you need to buy some black pepper, whole black peppercorn. And then what you're going to do for this, you are going to grind this up, and that's how you get your ground black pepper. All right. This cost me $3.79 because I buy a whole big thing of pepper because my husband uses it a lot. It was like $15. I'm not about to buy no $15. I can't. So this was like $5. This is the cheap brand. This is the cheap no-name brand that I get at my store. And this cost me almost like $3. So I'm like, you know what? I'll buy $3. I buy the whole peppercorn, my own doggone self, and make my own ground pepper. But anyway, that is it. But I will be coming back live in the future. Not anytime soon, maybe in another few days or another couple of weeks. And I'm going to show you how to make your own ground black pepper. And there's something else I want to show you too. But anyway, that is it. But today I just wanted to show you, as seen on social media, I watched Mama Sweet and Spice Facebook page, and she had this seasoning on salt-free French fry seasoning. This is good, actually. So I'm going to be, when I get offline, I am going to make my own, make some more, so I can fill this up, and then I'll have a whole container of salt-free French fry seasoning. That is it, people. Be blessed, be safe, and always rock your unique. Later, y'all. Now, how do I get off this thing?